Our shoulders weren't built for the 21st century. We spend 8 hours a day hunched over keyboards, 5 hours curled over smartphones, and the rest of the time sleeping in positions that crush our joints. For years, I had a clicking sound in my left shoulder and a dull ache every time I tried to lift weights. I tried massages, expensive PT, and fancy gadgets. Nothing worked. Then, I found a book by orthopedic surgeon Dr. John Kirsch that made a bold claim. You can fix almost any shoulder impingement just by hanging. I decided to put it to the test. I spent 5 minutes a day, every day, for 25 days, doing dead hangs. No other changes. Today, I'm showing you the science of why this works, how it transformed my posture, and why you should probably start hanging today. To understand why hanging works, you have to understand the impingement. Most shoulder pain comes from the humerus, your arm bone, pinching the tendons against the acromion bone. Because we are always hunched forward, that space gets smaller and smaller. When you perform a dead hang, gravity does what no massage can. It uses the weight of your lower body to pull the humerus down, physically stretching the ligaments and creating space in that joint. But it's not just about the bones. It's about the scapula, the shoulder blade. Modern life makes our shoulder blades stuck. Hanging forces them to rotate upward, stretching the serratus anterior and the lats muscles that are almost always chronically tight in desk workers. I started day one thinking 5 minutes would be easy. I was wrong. My grip strength was the first thing to go. I could barely hold on for 20 seconds before my forearms felt like they were on fire. Something interesting happened. I heard a pop, not a painful one, but a release. It was the first time in months my chest felt open. By day 15, my grip caught up. I was able to do 1-minute intervals. The dull ache I usually felt during my morning coffee, gone. My posture was naturally shifting. I wasn't forcing myself to sit up straight anymore. My shoulders just wanted to be back and down. If you're going to try this, you need to know the difference between a passive hang and an active hang. 1. The passive hang. This is where you just relax. Let your ears touch your shoulders. This is for joint decompression and stretching the ligaments. 2. The active hang. This is where you pull your shoulder blades down and back, engaging your lats. This builds the stability you need to keep the pain away. Do start with your feet on the floor if you're a beginner. Don't jump into a full 5 minutes on day 1. If you have a history of dislocations, talk to a doctor first. The goal is to rip your arm out of the socket. It's to let gravity do the work of a therapist. So, 25 days later, what happened? First, the click is gone. Totally. Second, my overhead press in the gym increased by 10 pounds. Not because I got stronger, but because my joints were finally in the right alignment to produce power. Third, grip strength. My forearms look like they belong to a rock climber now. But the biggest change was the breath. Because my ribcage and lats were no longer compressed, I could take deeper, more lung-filling breaths. It sounds crazy, but hanging for 5 minutes a day made me feel less stressed. You don't need a 25-day experiment to feel this. Try it for just 7 days. Buy a cheap doorway pull-up bar, or find a tree branch at the park. Spend a total of 5 minutes a day, split it up however you want, just hanging. Your shoulders have spent years being compressed. Give them 5 minutes of freedom. If you're going to take the hanging challenge, comment I am in below and come back in a week to tell us how your shoulders feel. Now, go find a bar and get to work. I'll see you in the next one.